Hey, thanks for joining us. We're back today with some more of this lathe backsplash build. This thing is taking forever. It's, you know, I didn't draw anything out, so a lot of what I'm doing is all in my head, and to get that onto a piece of metal, it takes a little bit more effort, I guess. But anyway, we're gonna build this thing out today. I've got my daughters that are gonna be making a couple cameos in here. One is Liv and one is Mikaela. Mikaela's gonna be grinding on some stuff. You'll see, you just saw that in the intro. We'll show more and more, teaching the girls on how, you know, to build things. So look out for that and many more projects coming forward. And then I've got a mill update that I will be doing probably this week sometime. I'll be sending that out, uploading it. So make sure you like and subscribe and hit that little bell button. We'll see you later. I'm gonna start setting this up to tack weld it on. I know I've got an overhang right here. It sits right up against the machine, and there's gonna be a notch that cuts out right here for the cross slide to go through, the slide to go through. And then left myself an overhang here, and I'm gonna put a tray on top. And part of my back tray that goes over the motor cover and all that, I'm gonna have a couple trays on it. And these places to tack on. I'll get this tacked up, get it all squared up, get ready to stick on and figure out how I'm gonna mount the thing. Well, between the storm and the rain, I got it all welded up. Took me a little bit longer than I expected, but she's welded up, tacked anyway. Still have a little bit more to do on it. I'll fill in all those welds. I'll just either get the TIG out and do it, or I'll do it with the MIG, one of the two. It doesn't matter to me. Didn't turn out too terribly bad. I got some spots I want to try to fix. Maybe get some, get the roller back in here and just touch up. I think it's gonna work. I think all the fluid hits up there will run down the trough a little bit quicker. And with the angle of this thing, I think it's not gonna have an issue trying to get out of that, or even out of this edge right here. It's gonna sit up pretty much about like that. So it should be pretty good. Should turn out. Finish it up here tomorrow. Good morning. Welcome back to the show. It's an early morning. We're going to start off, and we're looking at the lathe build still. This is going to be part number 27,246. I've been messing around a little bit with my 3D printer. I decided I'm going to make me up some of these little tool holder stands. So theoretically it should hold 2 tools, which seems like it works out pretty good. Can't say it's not bad. While we're doing this splash guard, I want to figure out how long I want to get these to mount. Whether I want to keep them hanging like this, and or just I mean, it could sit right on there. So we're gonna figure that out. Next couple videos or so, we'll have a lot more printing out. I just printed off this extra large because it misprinted. Backing spacer for the chuck. Now we're gonna go get some steel. I want to do something with this edge here. I want it to roll around, I think. So I'm gonna go get some rod and put that on there and put it around all the open ends. That way I get a nice clean look, and I won't cut myself ever because I normally cut myself. Well, we are off to the metal store. I need to get some material for that lathe splash guard. We're gonna go over and grab some from, sorry about the beep, the local metal supply store over here. Safety first, remember to put your seatbelts on, folks. Put your arms in your hands and keep them inside the vehicle at all times, because this ride's gonna go pretty good. We'll roll these windows down a little bit. Don't mind the noise if it's pretty loud. I love this Chevy truck. Duramax 2500 LML. Punched a little bit. Little fun thing. Now I'm not one to roll coal on people, and that's not what my truck is built for. But it's built to giddy up and go. I'm gonna have to wait here at the stop sign for a minute. Just pay attention to the nice little cuspy, ruspy sounds of the truck. decided to put this roll on there. It looks pretty nice. I clean it up and still a bunch of tack welds and whatnot, but it looks pretty good. Let's go test fit this thing on the back again. See if it tightened up after I cut this out. Make sure that our cross slide will go all the way around. Hopefully we can get that going right now. Turn you all around here. You can watch me struggle. Struggle bus. Alright, still sharp edges. Nice. That really cleans up this edge here. I like it. I like it a lot. My cat for God doesn't know what he's doing. There'll be some minor tweaks and such. Let's see if our cross slide will work. I had it pretty much rubbing against the back edge if the cross slide was all the way out. So for that taper attachment, I kind of need to keep most of it on there if I use it. If not, I might take it off. Alright. I get this mounted down still. Stand is there, but I gotta tighten it up. So now we're gonna line this up, get our angles to the right angle. If we can get that right, it's a better option than what I planned before. Got some adjustments to make. That should do it. I'm gonna put another bar across here, which is gonna hold the lip so it won't slide back and forth. It shouldn't make any noise because I'm gonna bolt down through the top, come through here, thread those in. Should hold up pretty good. But right now, sitting just where we want it. We'll be able to carry the weight of the top half. Shelves we're gonna make. We're golden. Get to welding. So after a lot of grinding on this, I think I'm at a point where I can start to get some measurements to cut everything off of it. Once I get there, we'll be a little better off. My original idea is to use the machine to brace it. It didn't seem like it was going to hold appropriately. Like this would slip under, kind of hold it like that. But the rear weight is where I need that to be. It's going to carry the bottom load. Off the top of here, I'm going to have the actual stand that's going to hold all my tool holders, miscellaneous stuff that I can fit up there. I'm contemplating if I'm going to go a little bit higher with double shelf or something like that. I'll probably set it up for a double shelf, but I don't think I'm going to do it right now. I just want to get this on the machine so that way I can start, you know, cutting, making some chips, making some small little parts, and testing the machine out to see what I've got to do to actually repair it and get it ready to actually use some stuff. It's still kind of hot. Just burning myself. It's all right though. So this is actually going to work out pretty good. It's going to give us plenty of stability. I've got a coolant tank that I'm actually going to build up on this as well. I'll do that at a later point. I just picked up a SureFlow pump. I've got to get a few more components for it. Figure out a battery pack system. It is a 12-volt system. I think I have in one of my multiple purchases. I think I picked up the component that I need to actually power it. So we'll see. But as it sits right now, this should line right on up. We'll have some fine adjustments. And that's what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to figure out where I need to adjust so that we can keep the back of this at a 90 degree. And obviously this warped quite a bit. The stand is at where it needs to sit at. Equal lengths on both sides. I had to cut these back. I had to notch them out, V-notch them out, get them to bend in. Using this old metal is a pain. So if you're going to use old material, props to you. And hopefully in my other videos right before this, you saw that. All the different components of having to grind out, clean out, cut to reuse old material. I'm going to say it was a process. And I actually have 1.5-inch tubing sitting over there. But with the price of material right now, I did not want to spend that much money on it. It was just, it's ridiculous. So I'm going to wait till material prices come down before I start purchasing material that I don't need to use. I'll have a couple of tapped holes that go back down into the base here. I'm going to weld up, cut up this top piece. Like I said, it's going to come in here. I've got some work. I've got to do some 90s and stuff for the tray to sit in with the lip. And I got to figure out if I'm going to actually put a bracket on there for the tool holders to clip to, or if I'm just going to use some 3D printed stuff that I made up the other day. The 3D printer, I went to buy one day, and it was a friend of mine, and I asked her, I was like, well, does it work? What's wrong with it? And her answer was, well, my son got bored of it. And I can actually say, you know what? I probably am going to get bored with it too, unless I find some place where I can just put it, hit print, and let it go on its own when I'm not busy and I'm not doing something. But if you're wanting something right away, the shortest print that I've had is 30 minutes long, and that was for some little tiny thing. I'll show you in another video. But I might do some printed holders in here. I've got a piece of the original top that I was thinking about putting on. incorporating this back into it. This is something that they made at the school that it was sitting at, and it got kind of messed up when I towed it out here from Texas. But I should be able to straighten this up. I should be able to use most of it. This was actually on top by the motor, or the controls rather. And I think I'll actually put this back there, or I just picked up a couple of old school drawers, which I'm thinking about putting. Ultimately, I'll put something over the top that sits off somewhere right in like this, and that'll incorporate into this piece. So hopefully we'll get there. This project's turning into quite an extensively long project, so we'll see how we go. We'll get her done. Video. If you guys have any questions or comments, shoot those down below. We're gonna have a bunch of new builds coming up. We've got a lot of different things happening. One of those particular builds is going to be this table right here. This table is actually going to be getting this big giant 17-inch backplate off the lathe. We're going to turn it into a turntable. I've got a bunch of work to do to it still, so look out for this one, as well as the attaching point where this table actually connects to my other fixture table, one with all the holes in it. I've got a video that's coming up on that as well, those two builds with the different tables. But take a look at those as soon as they come out, and if you guys want anything else built, feel free to shoot a message to me. Thank you and have a great day.